It's just so funny to see that Cham can wreck everybody in the Americas, and then like Special just wrecks him, and Special's like, yeah, he just plays too normal. And I'm like, what? He went for like a Nidus Swarm host or no Nidus Storm host and all these crazy builds. But I don't know. Cham's one to keep an eye on. I mean, obviously we all know how famous and great and rock star lifestyle he lives, but he made it pretty far in the previous DreamHack, so not winter, but I believe it was fall. So we'll see. I said the names like 5 times already as the intro is loading up. But spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, it is the best Zerg player in all of Latin America, possibly all of North America as well. He's playing for Team Exxon. He is El Campeón, El Chupacabra. It is Cham.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Mexican Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Alpha X. Here's the original Cham killer. It is Pacomike.
Order has been restored. We destroyed the ring, and now we're back to life as we knew it. The Cham killer versus the Cham.
Oh, exactly. And you know what? I believe this is the first time tonight that we're going to be able to cast a Zerg player.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been waiting all night for this.
And in the most classic matchup as well, ZvP, like we cast this so often in this region. And yeah, we'll see. Like Cham, he has his own style of play. Like he plays very differently compared to Jim. So even though Jim did like kind of sweep Pacomike yesterday, we'll see. It's another day, you know. Players are in better shape, maybe.
I mean, to me, this matchup, I don't know how many people relate to this. I don't know much about sports, but one sport I know about is soccer. And to me, this is like America versus Chivas in Mexico. Those like the two teams that go head to head, and this is Mexico versus Mexico. Protoss versus Zerg. Cham versus Pacomike. Now, you know, we have a feeling of who usually wins this, but just that little ounce of hope that Pacomike has a chance and is able to beat Cham sometimes makes this pretty interesting here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like Pacomike, he loves his Stargate play. We saw it in against Vindicta. Like he has his own different way of doing it here against Zerg players. Meanwhile, Cham, he's crazy himself. Like he's not afraid to throw in like some swarm host play or some rush, like early like rushes and aggression as well. It's something that makes like Cham like a great player to watch as well. Like he just has his own style.
Yeah, his own style indeed. And speaking of styles and their own style, Pacomike is also known for his own style, and he's pretty good with the air, if I do recall from past games.
Oh yeah, he's all about that.
Wait, who was it where he had the like 7 oracles versus the Ling Flood, and the Ling Flood continued until it persevered?
That was literally Cham versus Pacomike on Eternal Empire.
Yeah,
that was
making sure. I didn't want to call it too soon, but yeah, I do recall.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's you know, as we're saying that, Cham is not afraid to do some crazy builds, like you said, and neither is Pacomike. We see he went for Resonating Glaives and cancelled it because he has the Dark Templar Shrine hidden in the front of the base. Next level mind tricks. It was not scouted by Cham at all.
Yeah, I love it so much. So this is something that Pacomike did versus Jim Rising. Yesterday he did go for this like DT opener. I don't believe he went for the deception of going for Glaives, but I mean this is great, right? Like he went for Glaives, killed the Overlord, and then hid the DT, the Dark Shrine.
Yeah, that's next level. And also he yesterday there was like a counter attack at his third, so he morphed in the DTs at his third and exposed them before they did any damage.
Yeah.
But here he's not going for the third quite yet. There's vision at the third. There's a Ling waiting there. Ling speed actually hasn't even been done for Cham. Cham's going straight into roaches in a lair. He knows something's up, and he's gonna be able to hold this indefinitely. Like there's no way this doesn't hold.
Yeah, honestly, this is really bold of Cham to do, because if he goes in and he scouts like Glaive Adepts and you skip Ling's speed, you skip Ling's entirely and you're going straight into roaches, like it can be hard to defend against Adepts because it's hard to keep up with them with just slow roaches. But instead he's going for this like incredibly aggressive opener, just rushing into roach speed.
Yeah, and he has lings all this is the ling special, not the ling special, the Cham special, having your lings all over the map in every location,
Mhm.
um, never to hit that all army hotkey.
Yeah, yeah, it's so amazing to see. I've done this myself now because of Cham, and you know what? With this link spread, he catches the Warp Prism.
It's so hard to do this because at some point I accidentally hit the all army hotkey. Oh my god, that's a lot of DTs.
Oh boy, here we go. 4 DTs are going to be coming out, and again, oh, we do have a detection already done for Cham. Like, he has an Overseer.
Wow. These DTs could still do some damage though in a one-on-one fight, I think.
Oh yeah, they could. They definitely could. But you know what? The DTs, they're skirting around. Meanwhile, the Warp Prism did get into the main.
Oh, this is absolutely shut down.
Wow.
Oh, if he can get out with that, he can make Archons.
Like, what a big brain. Like, we have Overseers all over the place. We have detection all over the place, like in the main, at the third base, and like Cham, he just defends perfectly.
So far.
So far.
Now he doesn't have 4 crawlers. Oh, look at that. He even pulls the drone, seeing that coming. What a guy. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to go for a roach push, thinking it's resonating laser depths, I don't know if he knew something was up. Maybe he knew something by gas. I don't know how Cham knew. Maybe he sent the ling in and saw it. But when you go for the early on roach, your lack of detection is there. So he went for the layer, which is genius. Some people skip the layer and just go straight into roaches. He would have been dead if he didn't go for the layer with the roaches, which is risky because you want to save up your gas for that. The roaches are gas heavy, especially this early on. But Cham was like, nope, I need the layer. He got the layer, and that's why he's alive right now and winning.
Yeah, yeah, and things are getting really scary because you know what? This entire time, Cham, he's been working on that roach count. More and more roaches are coming out. Look at that massive army supply, and he's going to be looking to go for the counterattack. And what does Pacomike have to defend? Like, he has 2 Archons, and he has to do the best he can. Yeah, like, he has to do the best he can to keep Cham at home.
Yeah, I mean, look at the worker count. Pacomike has 64 workers. He needs to make nothing but army right now. And he's going for the cheap time saver, which is those sentries. He's going to be able to wall off maybe once or twice and defend here. But these roaches, I want to see some Ravagers morphed in. There they are. Only 1, though. Oh, there we go. There's a good handful back there.
Oh, yeah.
Still no link speed. But it will finish up as he's coming in. And I think this is going to be a hard hold for Pacomike.
Oh, yeah.
He's not prepared.
He's trying his best to throw down some force fields, but you know what? The Ravagers, they just bile them down, and they're just getting on top of all the Immortals, and there's no Warp Prism to pick them up.
And he does finally get that shield battery overcharge off at the end, but the DPS, he doesn't even need Corrosive Biles. Why are you that much of a gangster, Cham? There he goes. He finally uses 1 Corrosive Bile. He's had these things for 2 minutes, and it looks like he's just going to continue the parade of the fleet of Zerglings into this army, and he's gonna be able to end the game here.
Exactly. Link speed lined up perfectly with this attack, and GG gets called.
Yeah, man. Cham is back, and when I say Cham is back, that means I'm back watching Cham.
I'm back. I'm watching Cham. He's back. It's great. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's good times. Good times. Now it would be great if Pacomike put up a really good fight against Cham, but we might end up getting a walkover. Cham is looking pretty tough. That European ladder grind is really paying off.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I do want to quickly touch on this because I am in shock right now. You know what? I'm gonna readjust the bracket because it hasn't been doing the lower half of the bracket justice. White Idra took out Mood and Destroyer TT.
Ooh, wow.
Those were not walkovers. Those were straight up games.
He did. Destroyer TT actually played?
Yeah, he played.
I wouldn't mind seeing White Idra versus Vindicta.
Like, that's crazy. Like, yeah, especially because like White Idra, he looked like pretty good in the TBT against Yanji. I'm just really impressed that like Mood and Destroyer TT, they're both GMs. Like, they're both established like Latin American, at least semi-pros, and yeah, White Idra, someone who's, you know, still in Masters 1, to take him out in best of ones, like, that's really impressive.
That's sick. Wait, didn't he play him earlier on too? Oh no, that was Yanji. I was gonna say, what a great way to get your revenge, but he didn't get his revenge yet. Maybe he will later on in the bracket, but for now, we are getting into what I would call the finals. And then I guess the next round will be the post-finals. The post-pre-finals.
Yeah, like I get
Post-finals, semifinals.
the pre-finals, if you will.
Yeah, the pre-finals.
If you're in the chat and if you are a Vindicta fan and you're a bit, you know, like upset that he was knocked out earlier, he does have a second chance. We may be able to catch him later on, as it looks like he is fighting his way up the lower brackets. So he could have another chance against Pacomike, could have a chance against Cham. You know, he does have that opportunity available to him. Same with the loser of this series. Like, they're not going to be out of the tournament completely.
Yeah. White Idris in the chat, so maybe he's getting some insight on his future opponent, Cham. Enough insight to maybe win him the game. But nonetheless, once again, I said his name at the intro already. What a great start. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, playing for Team Exxon Gaming. It is the one, the only, El Campeón. It is Cham from Mexico.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Mexican Protoss player, the best Protoss player in all of Latino America. Exclamation mark Funada Darkness, by the way, since he is not playing at the moment. We have, representing Alpha X, it is Pacomike.
I miss all the good Protosses.
No, I know. Darkness, come back. God damn it. Stop playing Among Us with Dastan. Stop it. Need you back
or at
here.
least invite me. Are they really playing Among Us?
Oh yeah. Like every like week or so they get together and they play Among Us.
Wow. I get no invite.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't understand what they're saying.
Yeah. It's very memey. They get into like their meta is like they have their group of like, you know, they have players like people like Vortex playing and like Ciceron and all this stuff.
And they con everyone.
Well, it's like you know, the discussion part starts and they're like, you know what? Funada Vortex. And like, you know what? Yeah, they just vote Vortex out. It's like, mate, like there's no like detective skills. There's no like deduction. They're just like,
you know what? It would be funny if we voted Vortex.
Yeah,
Let's vote him out. That's the best way to play that game.
Oh god. God damn it, Dastan.
Yeah, but we do have the ever so crazy double queen 4 lings coming out.
Yeah, we have this pretty standard opening coming out from Cham. He isn't skipping link speed or anything crazy like that, like he did in the last game. But what is crazy
One
is
drone on gas.
Oh yeah, only one drone on gas. He's prioritizing the minerals right now. He does scout with his overlord, at least the main, so he sees the wall, but he's unaware of the second pylon and the proxy.
It's such a weird spot. It's at the bottom of a ramp, but I guess it's so far out the way you would never really go over there. Next to Light's favorite bridges.
Oh my god, don't look. don't get me started on them bridges, alright? Like, let's not.
Do you think stalkers ever get their legs stuck in it?
Look, we're in the future. Do you think these bridges can look how thin they are? Look at that.
I picture stalkers like getting their legs stuck in that thing.
Oh yeah.
Breaking a leg.
Their entire leg like slips through and all that stuff. Like,
they have little like bridges like that in Texas to keep cattle from leaving the land because they won't walk if there's holes in the ground. So they just make like a really crappy little bridge thing like that, and cows won't walk on it.
See, like
maybe that's what it's for. Maybe they have cattle here.
Are we in Texas right now? Is that what we are? Is that where Romanticide is?
Nobody tell them that overlords can float. Your milk's gonna just get away anyways.
God damn it. Oh my god.
What else would Templar could just flow right over that thing though. Wow, what a greedy play from Cham. No spores.
Yeah, none at all. Even though Cham did like the thing. Oh my god. Okay, all right. The Oracle.
I guess it's not greedy, but it was a proxy Stargate, so.
Exactly. Like, Cham did get into the main base and he did scout. To be fair, he did see that a pylon was missing, but he didn't know. So he knew something was being proxied, but he didn't know what exactly. And, you know, he was greedy in the sense that, like, something's being proxied and he decided not to get a spore. Like, he could have been DT'd or something crazy like that. But he does find it in the end.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about fine. He did lose 6 workers to 1 Oracle. And now 3 to the second Oracle.
Oof.
He's lost 9 workers already.
Yeah, he has. Pacomike so far has kept all of his oracles alive. Looks like he's trying to squeeze out that last phoenix, and he will get it out in the end before the production gets depowered. And we'll see how things go from here. Because sure, Cham lost a bunch of workers, but like his economy isn't looking too bad. Like he still has his third on the way. Like he should be able to catch up.
Yeah. I wonder if Pacomike can pull it off. He has supply blocks now. You think he would have made a couple more pylons after losing or being exposed for his hidden Stargate?
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Andy Man. He's back in the chat. I'm sure Andy Man missed me. He's like, wait, you were gone?
Oh my god, there was no Spore at the third either.
Jesus, man.
That's
Cham's being so greedy that it's costing him a lot of money here.
Like I was okay with like the 9 earlier, but like that was unacceptable. Like no defense at the third base. Like we're 5 minutes in and these oracles have dealt 7 more like worker kills. Like that's crazy. Ugh.
That is crazy. And Andy Man is right. The bridge planks are going the wrong way. They're supposed to be diagonally, and they're actually vertical. I guess I don't know math. Not diagonal. I'm no mathematician, but they're supposed to go the opposite side, left to right instead of forward to back.
Right. So you're telling me that we're in the future, right? We're not just making wooden bridges.
And we're in the future, and no one has a goddamn blueprint to build a regular bridge. But they can put together this giant rock wall just fine.
Mate, you're telling me that they just don't know how to make bridges. They've regressed in bridge technology, is what you're telling me right now, mate.
Yeah, they digressed in bridge technology as they learned to use gas and mine minerals to form units of murder and war. They completely forgot how to build bridges.
This is idiocracy right now. This is what we're in.
Great movie.
Great movie. Horrible reality, which is what StarCraft is at the moment. If you're throwing in wooden bridges.
I mean, I would even argue that movie is reality of America right now.
Well, let's not get into that. Oh my god! Shout out to Terry Crews, by the way. I love Terry Crews.
Yeah. Terry Crews, great guy. That's who you shout out in the whole movie.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Wasn't he like the president or something?
He was. Yeah, he was like a WWE
put electrolytes
president.
in the plant. Yeah. I mean, honestly, that would be better than Trump, but that's a story for another day. Right now, we're seeing all the banelings get killed by Archons. That was beautiful target fire, but that allows the Hydras to target fire down the Archons, and now the Lings and Banes come in, and it looks like El Campeon is going to clean this up and have a solid win with the Hydra attack here.
Oh yeah, just Ling, Hydra, the banelings that we used earlier to take out the ground army, forced to pull the boys off the line. The shield batteries are out of energy. They got taken out. The war prism as well. And mate, there's just not enough here from El Paquito, El Pacomike.
El Paquito.
Ooh.
That's actually a famous singer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you know what? Pacomike, with the reinforcing zealots, he's actually able to take out all the Hydras, and this is a pretty expensive loss. And even though he was forced... Yeah, and like even though he was forced to pull the boys, I honestly thought that he was going to lose more workers. Like he's still ahead in workers.
Yeah, this is getting weird now. I thought Cham was like wrecking there, and then kind of went to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah, I overestimated the amount of damage that these Hydras could do, because as soon as the Zealots got on top of them, they just absolutely melted, and now we've gotten to the point where there are so many more Zealots. There are High Templar, there are no Storms. Storm is still like halfway done, so it's not going to be ready, forced to turn them into Archons.
Oh, good, decent. Oh, really good Baneling connects, actually. That was more than what Cham could ask for, but with the Storm here, oh, he didn't get the Storm off.
Oh my god.
And the Banelings are still slow, guys. There's still no Baneling speed. Hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, and the Banelings are getting really good connections on the Zealots. All the Zealots are going to be absolutely evaporating at the moment. Even a couple of Queens waddling across the map, forced to pull the boys again.
I don't know what the Queens kind of do here. They get like 1 or 2 transfuses, but Hydras are so squishy, like, you know, transfuses do nothing to them. And GG is called. Cham does win that game. And that was an interesting composition. I feel like in this one scenario, it's better to have slow Banelings, so they like you want the banelings close to your hydras,
Yeah.
so that the zealots can run into them and they don't run into the archons. So in this situation, slow banelings kind of worked in Cham's favor. They couldn't run to their death or roll into their death so quick.
Hmm. Yeah.
Any man gets it. He's a real farm guy. He's an architect.
Is he actually an architect?
I don't know. Well, I wouldn't say architect. If I had to guess, I don't know, but I would say Anyman has like chickens, and it sounds like he's very well versed in like the farm life. So maybe he's had to build a bridge or two in his day.
Okay. Andy, man, I'm just saying, like, if you start up a YouTube channel with your farm life on it, like, I'd watch it.
Yeah, I would definitely subscribe. I subscribe to a lot of already people who do farm life stuff. I just saw someone build a chicken coop today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And that's crazy. That was the best of 3. It was the final, and it was a wash. Cham takes it all. And now, what do we have to watch now?
Well, now we are going to be getting into White Age versus Vindicta, as
that's a good one.
They are currently in game 1, so as soon as they're done, we're going to be jumping into game 2.